again when the Scrapbook Expo is making its way around, and I wanted to share with you some tips to get the most out of the expo, to know what to expect, and to actually get out of there within your budget and to actually use the products that you get. Now this is maybe for you who have been to the expo before, and even for you who have never been to the expo and may want to go. So I did share this post a couple years back on my blog, and it was real popular, and I just need to update it because things have changed a little bit, but I do want to share the tips because they still apply, and they are very practical for us who are on a budget but still want to go to the expo and get the most out of it and actually enjoy the expo. So these are just my own personal suggestions from my experience. I've been going to the expo pretty much every year for the last 12 to 13 years. So I have been there, I've done that, and I know what I'm talking about, and I do want to share these tips with you because I think it can be very helpful, because you can very easily get overwhelmed, get frustrated, and actually buy things that you don't need or things that just end up sitting in your stash, which is no fun either. So let's get on with the tips. Okay, so my first tip is to do a little bit of homework. And I know it doesn't sound like fun, but it will help you, trust me. Do a little homework online by getting some prices. So go to a couple scrapbooking websites that have products that you might be interested in or looking for. So you can check out Simon Says Stamp, Paper Issues, and I'll put a link to a couple others down below of some online scrapbooking stores. So this will just help you get an idea of what is a good price and what isn't. So when you go to the expo, you know if you're getting a good deal or not. So basic things to look for is how much does paper cost? How much is a paper pad? How much is a die? How much is a stamp? How much is a little packet of rhinestones or brads cost? And how many do I get? So that way when you go to the expo, you know what to expect price-wise. You know when you see a good deal, and then you know that's a good deal and you'll feel better buying it, rather than thinking it's a good deal and then maybe you got ripped off, or maybe if you shopped online you could have gotten it cheaper. So just do a little bit of homework, just price around, see just the basic things, what's an average price of some items, so that way you know what's a good deal and what isn't. The second tip is to look for coupons. So on the Scrapbook Expo website, they do have a list of the vendors, and they've updated their site. So they used to have all the coupons on the website, and now I think you have to actually click on each vendor and print out the particular coupon for that particular vendor. So again, take a little bit of time, go to the scrapbookexpo.com website and click on the expo in your area that you want to go to, and then it should have a list of all the vendors that will be attending, and then you can click on the coupon section. Okay, so just again, that little bit of homework and you can save some money. Another coupon tip for admission is most of the time the Scrapbook Expo has teamed up with local scrapbooking stores in your area to provide a coupon for admission. So this is nice because it actually even gives you a list of local scrapbooking stores in your area that you may not have known about. And if you stop by before the expo, you can actually get a coupon. So do, again, this little bit of homework, look around and find those local scrapbooking stores and get yourself a coupon to save yourself some money off of the admission price. Okay, so now that you're going to the expo, let me just share with you the tips of what to bring. So first of all, you want to be in comfortable shoes. You're going to be shopping for possibly hours at a time, so bring comfortable shoes and a light jacket that you can remove later and shove in your bag when you get hot, okay? So light jacket, comfortable shoes. Next thing, you want to bring a backpack or a canvas tote, something to carry your purchases in so that you can have your hands free for shopping. And remember, if you are going to be buying 12 by 12 paper, make sure the bag that you're bringing can hold 12 by 12 size paper without bending the edges, okay? So a canvas tote usually I found is the best, because usually they're a lot wider and softer, and they can carry a lot, and you can carry it over your shoulder so that you have your hands free. So get a nice bag that you can carry your purchases in, so again you can have your hands free while shopping. Now they do not permit wheeled carts. Those you cannot shop around with because they get in the way and they are a hazard. So again, something comfortable that you can carry over your shoulder or across your chest that can carry your products will make you have the most pleasant shopping experience. One of the best tips I can give you is to bring cash. So I know a lot of people don't like to bring cash, but let me explain why it's beneficial at the expo. Okay, sorry. Okay, for one reason, it will help you budget. Two, many of the things in the paper crafting, scrapbooking community of purchases are cheap. Paper is less than $1, embellishments are sometimes less than $1, so why put those small little purchases on your charge card? Also, sometimes some vendors will charge you extra fees if your purchase is less than a certain amount. So again, you're kind of forced to spend more just to save a couple cents. So bring cash. Also, sometimes you may find in their clearance bins they have little things that you found after you made a purchase, and you don't want to, again, do another charge for maybe a $2 item. So again, cash is handy and it's faster. Some in the past, I've seen some vendors actually have a separate line for those who use cash, and it's a lot shorter and it's a lot faster. So if you can, bring cash. It will really help you to also budget how much you're spending, and again, you don't get charged those extra little fees. So definitely use your charge card if you're making a larger purchase, of course, but again, it's just handy to have the cash for those small purchases in the booths that you may find great little deals or little things you want to just grab, and you can just buy it with your cash. So in regards to cash, bring small bills. Most places will not break a 50, they will not break 100. So bring $20 bills and smaller. Again, for your benefit, again, to make it easy for you to make quick little purchases, as well as easy on the vendors. Now on to the shopping list tips. Now again, these are just my own personal suggestions, but they have worked for me to actually go to the expo with a purpose and leave there feeling good and actually using the products that I bought. So let's get on with the tips. My first shopping list tip is look at the projects you're currently working on. For example, if you know you'll be scrapbooking your next vacation to Disneyland or to Hawaii, or your last holiday vacation, or your last family gathering, whatever it is that you will be working on next or that you are currently working on, those are the items to look for in your album. Those are the things to put on your shopping list, okay? So I'm just going to use Hawaii as an example. If you have recently went to Hawaii, you printed your pictures already, and that is the next event that you are going to scrapbook, those are the things to look for at the expo, things that you will use on that album, okay? So think about that. Think of things you want to put in your album. So from your past experience of scrapbooking. So for example, if you know you like die cuts, go look for some die cuts related to Hawaii. If you know you took a lot of pictures of food or the beach, look for those embellishments that'll go along with that theme. If you have your digital photos with you on your camera or on your phone, bring them so you can kind of match them. Start building the projects in your head already so that you make practical purchases that you will use. My next shopping list tip is to try to bring to mind what you have already and things that will work with that. So, for example, if you have a lot of stickers and stickers, alphabet stickers, maybe browse through your stash before you go to the expo and see, do I really need any more stickers? Do I need any more alphabet letters? Or maybe you do see, like, I have only black letters left. I want some different colors. I need white ones. I need gold ones. I want glitter. Make those on your put those on your shopping list, okay? You don't want to go to the expo and buy more black letters when you have already tons of black letters already in your stash. So this goes for ink pads, markers, brads, buttons, any other embellishment that you have. Take a quick look before you go to the expo. See what you have a lot of, things that you maybe don't even use, things you don't even like, but for some reason you're just drawn to it in the store. Make a note of that so that you kind of stop yourself. Don't buy those things that I have too many of, or that I will not use, or that I already have enough of, okay? So again, that's my next tip. Check your stash before you go and make your list of things that you need or that you would like to replenish. Maybe you ran out of black letters and you need more because you use them all the time. Put that on your shopping list. The next thing is to make a list of things of your wish list. Things that you've seen online that you really want. Stamp sets, ink pads, texture paste, stencils, a tool, things that you've seen that are available, that are new collections that would be more costly to buy online because of shipping. Write those collections down and then look for them at the expo. Especially tools like texture paste, palette knives, a die cutting machine, those kind of bigger items. Usually at the expo they have deals on those things. So write those items down. Again, check the price that they are online and then see if it's a better deal at the expo. My last and final tip for your shopping list is to write down your budget on the top. So this only applies for those little miscellaneous scrapbooking supplies that are not tools. Tools should have their own separate, to me, budget because they're a much larger purchase item, and hopefully you've saved for that before you go shopping for it, I hope. But for the little things like paper and some of the stuff that you don't really know how much you're going to buy or what you're going to like at the expo and things like that, just give yourself a little budget so that way you don't overspend and then also you don't buy too much that you won't use. So I like to kind of limit myself to, I only want to spend about $10 on paper, and I only want to spend about $15 on other things that are not paper, and the rest I hope I don't spend on any tools if I'm not looking for tools. So I just break it down so that I can see mentally, have a plan that I already spent maybe $10 on paper, I don't need any more paper. So just set your budget, place it on the top of your list, and just use that as your conscience just to help you stay within your budget. Okay, now that you're at the expo, here are just a couple more tips I have for you, again, to make it more enjoyable. Bring water and bring a snack so that you don't have to waste your money on that junk food that's there at the expo and wait in line over there too and waste your time. Bring a little snack and water with you so that you can enjoy your time again and save your money and use it on your scrapbooking supplies and not food. Okay, now that you're there, for me, this is the way that works for me. I like to go around the outside of the expo first, and then I hit the middle. Okay, now for me, I go by myself because that way I don't have to worry about pleasing someone else or someone else being impatient with me when I'm shopping. So again, do what's best for you. If you like to go with a friend, that's great. But for me, I go by myself so that I can stop and go as quickly or as slowly as I want to. Okay, so usually I take a quick scan of the area and I walk around, not really with the purpose of shopping, but if something catches my eye, I'm going to stop and look, of course. But I like to just take a quick look to see where certain booths are. I know certain products that I'm looking for, or a brand that I like that I'm like, oh, I want to come back and look at what they have. If a booth is somewhat empty that I want to look at, I go to look at that booth because I don't like crowds and I don't like waiting in line, and I hate being bumped and kind of feeling rushed when I'm in shopping mode. So I like to go when there's not that many people. So if there's a booth that I know I want to look at and there's nobody in there or very few people in there or no line, I'm going to look and do my shopping then. So I kind of do my first initial go-to shopping right in the beginning. Then after I do that little peruse and I kind of see where things are, I take a little mental note of where things are that I want to come back to, or like for example my Hawaii album, if I see a certain booth has a lot of things with that theme, I kind of make a note, come back to that one. Or again, if there's no line and it's empty, I go right there and start looking right away. Then as I'm shopping, again, I keep my projects in mind first. So I shop for those projects first, like I said, of Hawaii album or a baby album, whatever it is. I look for those items first, and then if there's something else that catches my eye or that I know I will use in the future, near future, then I make that purchase. Or if it's a really great deal. That's where you got to draw the line of, okay, do I really need this item? Will I really use it, or is it just a great deal? Some great deals are better. Pass it on to someone else, especially if you won't use it within within this year. I give myself a year time frame because I know I'm going to go to the expo again next year, and I know me, I will still be shopping online even when I leave the expo. So I will still be getting new products, so if I pass up this good deal, it's no biggie, another deal will come along. So again, that's up to you and how you reason with yourself, but go to the expo with a purpose, with that particular album in mind, and with your budget in mind as well. Then again, after I peruse, I actually shop. I go to only the booths that have something that I think I will use. I watched the demonstrations of mostly stamping techniques because I'm a stamper. I watch demos of new products like the Silhouette and those kind of die cutting machines that are new, laser cutting machines, digital photo editing things. I look and watch those so I can learn. I personally do not pay for the make and takes. They used to be free and that was great, but now they have to pay for them. Again, that's money I'd rather spend on supplies. So I watch people make something. If there's a new technique or something different or a new product, I want to see how to use it. But I personally do not spend any money on make and takes. I also don't spend any money on the workshops. I know that a lot of people love that, and again, go for it if that's what you want to do. Save your money for it, though they are expensive, and you got to pack your bag. Again, those are the things I don't like. I don't like to spend the money to scrapbook, and I don't want to pack my scrap room to get 2 pages done. To me, it's just not worth it. I'd rather scrap at home, but do what's best for you. But they do have those available at the expo. So again, look on their website, see how much it costs, and see how you register for those classes and workshops. Okay, I think that is it. For me, I don't pay for parking either. I park on the street and I just walk in when it's at the Pleasanton Fairgrounds and at the Santa Clara Fairgrounds Expo, Convention Center, whatever it's called. I never pay for parking. So that's another tip. If you can, look at where your expo is and see where the nearby areas are that you could park and walk so that you save yourself that extra $8 to $10 for parking. Plan your day. Give yourself some time. I can make it in and out of the expo in 3 hours or less. And I've made it in and out of an expo for $30 or less as well. So, not always, but I have done it. And it feels great because I actually get to use what I have, and then the next time the expo comes around, I don't feel guilty going. So, use what you have, use what you buy, make smart purchases for yourself, for your projects. I know there's so many cute product lines out there. I know that there's so many great tools, and I know those demonstrations, they do such a good job to make you think, I need that. Walk away from it for a second, walk around, look around, and you may find out, yeah, I don't really need that thing. I don't think I'm ever going to use it. Another good example, for me, I'm a stamper, so I like to buy stamps. But if you're not a stamper, walk right past those stamping booths. Don't watch those demonstrations. Because stamps are expensive. They can be, and you need stamps and ink and then whatever they're demonstrating. Unless you are truly, truly going to try a new technique, or you truly, truly are going to try that new tool in your next project. If you cannot honestly say you will try it on your next scrapbooking page or album, don't buy it. Do some more homework. Then, after you leave the expo, if you find that I should have bought that and you have regret, buy it online or wait till the next expo, save up for it, and then get it again. It's always going to be there. These techniques and tools, they get better, they don't go away. So save your money. If you weren't planning on buying stamping stuff, for example, then don't buy it. You're going to have remorse because it's going to sit on your stash. You've never used it before, and if you don't plan on using it for your next project, I promise you, been there, done that, it's going to sit in your stash and stay there at least for a year, okay? Until you even remember that you have it or how to use it. So just, if you weren't planning on buying it, maybe it's best not to buy it at the time. Just my own personal tip, okay? So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope these tips were helpful. Please check my blog post. I'm going to link it below to have these tips in written form, as well as the links. The links will also be below for the expo page. Again, they've changed their page a little bit, so there's new links and new things going on there. But check it out and see what's going on in your local area, and I hope you can make it to your local Scrapbook Expo this year. So feel free to leave me a comment below or on my blog of how these tips helped you. I hope they did. And if you did go to the expo, what'd you think? And how did it go for you? Let me know. And I'm sure I will have a haul video in August from my Scrapbooking Expo visit. So stay tuned for that in the summer. So again, thanks so much for watching, and I hope, again, this was helpful for you. Happy scrapping and stamping. Bye. And then it does say to click, there is a button there to click on nearby scrapbooking sites, stores. Okay, so now you're at the expo, and nope. First of all, you will be on your feet for hours. You'll be walking around and shopping, basically, for hours. Wear comfortable shoes. Wear okay, sorry, Nathan wants to say hi. He doesn't want to sit on my lap. He's at this difficult age. He doesn't want to sit still. Okay, I know it will help you to really use the supplies you're looking for, as well as dollars. So for these smaller purchases, again, you're at a Scrapbooking Expo. Sorry. Stop pulling my hair. Okay.